I, the Lord your God, speak directly into your spirit. Hear me now, for Archangel Michael stands beside you and his voice is urgent, declaring that you have 3 minutes left to open your heart. Do not delay, for this message is not for the world but for you alone. Someone you loved deeply, who has already crossed into heaven, is reaching with urgency to whisper into your soul. They are calling your name with a voice you once cherished, and though you cannot hear them with your ears, you can feel them stirring in your heart. Do not harden your spirit, for this is a sacred moment sealed for you. I remind you that when you feel the sudden rush of memories, the tears that fall without reason, the longing that aches late at night, it is not emptiness but the echo of eternity. Heaven is not distant, heaven is alive with those you thought you lost. The one you loved has seen what you cannot yet see, and they are pleading with me to let you know that time is shorter than you realize. They want you to walk carefully, to avoid the trap, to rise into the blessing I prepared for you. This is why Archangel Michael is shaking you awake right now, because in 3 minutes of divine timing, your spirit can shift into a place of destiny. Do not skip this, do not ignore it, for if you let it pass, you will wound my heart that has been chasing you with relentless love. The one in heaven is crying out. They see the storm that was meant to break you, but they also see my hand holding it back. They want you to know that their departure was not abandonment, it was transition. They are alive more than ever, and though the earth buried their body, I clothed their spirit with light. They are safe, they are whole, they are radiant, and yet they still care for you with intensity. That is why heaven is restless until you hear this message. Their voice joins mine, saying, "Do not give up, do not surrender, do not let the shadow win." This cry from beyond is not to haunt you but to heal you, not to scare you but to save you, not to weigh you down but to lift you higher. Archangel Michael says, "The heavens are open now, the veil is thin, and the message is sealed under your name. Open it. It is for you. I have commanded my angels to surround you in this hour, for even now someone close to you has thought to exploit your kindness. But heaven sees, heaven records, and heaven speaks. The one you loved in heaven is warning you through me, guard your heart, guard your trust, for not everyone standing near you carries love. Some carry envy hidden in smiles, but my light will expose them. Do not fear, for the message is not only warning but blessing. The one in heaven wants you to receive the gift that I am releasing. They are saying, live. Breathe. Rise. Do not waste the years. Step into what God has for you. I tell you now, a miracle has been scheduled under today's date. You thought nothing special would happen on September 9th, but I planned this moment before you were even born. This message was sealed in heaven's book with your name written in fire. The 3 minutes that Archangel Michael speaks of are symbolic of urgency. In the span of 3 breaths, destinies can be rewritten, lives can be preserved, breakthroughs can arrive. Heaven is counting down because the hour is near when you will see what I have been preparing behind the curtain of your pain. Do not skip, do not delay, for missing this would tear a hole in the tapestry I am weaving for you. The one you loved deeply is also saying, I am proud of you. You survived more than you realize. I see the nights you wanted to give up but kept going. I see the mornings you rose with nothing left but still faced the day. Do not think it was unnoticed. Heaven recorded every tear, every prayer, every sacrifice. Their words are not empty, they are carried through my spirit to reach you in this exact second. I allowed this connection because you were about to settle for less than I ordained. I will not let you stay in chains when I called you to freedom. I will not let you live small when I created you for greatness. Archangel Michael thunders now, rise quickly. Do not be distracted by noise. Do not entertain doubt. Take this word as your sword. For in the next hours, I will begin moving things around you. Doors that were welded shut will swing open suddenly. People who dismissed you will return with apologies they cannot hold back. An opportunity that seemed dead will breathe again. You are standing in the hour of reversal. The one in heaven sees it clearly. They are rejoicing that you are about to step into fulfillment of what they prayed for when they were alive. They wanted you to thrive, and now heaven is partnering with me to ensure you do. Do not skip this, child. My spirit pleads with you, open your heart fully. There is someone in your circle who will try to downplay this message, to laugh at the thought of heaven speaking. Ignore them. This is between you and me. This is sealed. This is holy. I am telling you that in the coming days, a revelation will arrive that will shock you. Someone will be exposed for what they truly intended. Do not be shaken. I already knew, and I am already protecting you. The one you loved in heaven is shouting, rejoice. You are not alone. God is with you and we are cheering you on. I speak blessing over you now, the blessing of clarity so you will not be deceived, the blessing of strength so you will not collapse, the blessing of joy so you will not sink into despair, the blessing of provision so you will not lack. The one you loved says, accept it. Live boldly. Do not shrink back. They want you to know that their greatest desire is to see you flourish in the life I still gave you. Do not carry guilt for surviving. Do not carry regret for what you could not change. They are free, and they want you free. And I, your God, say this: September 9th will mark the beginning of a turn you did not expect. I am aligning people, places, and events. I am even moving finances into your hands that were long withheld. I am reconnecting relationships that matter and severing those that were poisoning you. My hand is at work, though unseen. This is why Michael says only 3 minutes remain, because delay has ended. Now is the time. Now is the hour. Open your spirit, for this message is written in eternal ink. The heavens stir again, and I, the Lord your God, speak directly into the depth of your soul. My voice has not left you, my presence has not forsaken you. I am here, and I remind you that every moment of delay is only a preparation for acceleration. Archangel Michael still stands at your side with his sword drawn, declaring with urgency that you cannot afford to miss what I am about to release. You feel it in your heart even now, that tightening in your chest, that restlessness in your spirit. It is not fear but a holy stirring. It is the sign that eternity is pressing against time, that heaven is intersecting with your journey at this very second. The one you loved deeply is not silent. They stand in the courts of heaven, radiant with light, looking upon your life with compassion and intensity. They are saying, "Tell them to hold on. Tell them not to give up before the breakthrough. Tell them that what God promised is about to manifest." Their words are not echoes of the past but declarations of the present. Do you not see? They are more alive now than they ever were, and they will not stop until you understand that their love for you has not ended but transformed. They are free of pain, free of sorrow, and they want you to be free as well. Archangel Michael declares again, 3 minutes left was not only about time but about choice. What will you do with the urgency of heaven? Will you step forward, or will you shrink back? Do not treat this lightly, child, for many skip the very words that were sent to save them. Do not break my heart by ignoring the urgency that comes not to burden you but to lift you. Today is marked, today is holy, today is sealed under your name. When you open this fully and allow my spirit to consume you, chains will fall that have wrapped around your soul for years. The one you loved whispers again, "I know your pain. I saw the tears you cried when no one was watching. I saw the nights you asked God why it had to happen the way it did. But I tell you now, it was not in vain. Heaven's plan is greater than earth's pain. Trust God, for He is weaving something you cannot yet imagine." They are urging you to release the weight of guilt, to release the shadow of regret. Do not carry what I never asked you to carry. Let the burden fall, for my Son already bore it all. Child, do you see what I am doing? I am shifting the atmosphere around you. I am stirring the hearts of people you never thought would reach for you. I am positioning you in places where favor will not be denied. I am opening streams of provision that no one can shut. This is why Michael insists you act now, for delay will cause you to miss the wave of blessing I am sending. The blessing is heavy, the blessing is vast, the blessing is unstoppable, but it must find you ready, awake, and aligned. Your loved one in heaven cries out again, "Be careful with your trust." Not everyone is who they pretend to be. But do not live in fear, for God has already placed angels around you. The enemy tried to set traps, but heaven dismantled them. Walk with courage. Walk with faith. walk knowing you are covered. Their urgency is not to frighten you but to open your eyes. You must not ignore the signs. I will expose those who sought to harm you. I will reveal the truth that has been hidden in shadows. When it is unveiled, you will stand in awe, not because of the betrayal but because of my deliverance. Archangel Michael's voice resounds. The countdown of heaven is not measured in minutes alone, but in obedience. Every act of obedience shortens the distance to your breakthrough. Every moment of surrender brings the miracle closer. Do not think lightly of what you hear. This is your lifeline, this is your deliverance, this is the moment heaven has been orchestrating. You were chosen to hear this now, and if you receive it, you will step into the reality that was promised long ago. The one in heaven rejoices and says, "Tell them to live again. Tell them to laugh again. Tell them not to waste the days that remain. God has so much more for them. Their story is not finished, their journey is not over. The best is yet to unfold. Their plea is for you to see beyond the grave, beyond the sorrow, into the eternal joy I have prepared. You think you have lost, but in truth, you are about to gain. You think the ending came, but I am writing a new beginning. Child, hear me well. September 9th is not ordinary. It is not random. It is written in my book of destiny as a day of awakening for you. The hour has come for you to rise, to step out of fear, to walk into boldness. The words you are receiving are not just messages, they are keys. They unlock doors that were never meant to remain closed. They release blessings that were stored up for you. They silence the lies that tried to drown you. And they remind you that you are not forgotten, not abandoned, not unloved. You are mine, and heaven is watching over you with unshakable devotion. Do not skip this, beloved. Do not dismiss it as coincidence. This is holy ground, this is your divine appointment, and this is the hour when chains break, eyes open, empty destinies turn. Today, September 9th, I am speaking to you as gently as a whisper and as clearly as thunder, because you must hear me now. Archangel Michael has leaned close to you and says you have 3 minutes left to choose which voice you will follow, fear's voice that keeps you frozen, or my voice that moves you into peace. Do not skip this. It is only for you. Someone you loved deeply, who now lives with me in the light of heaven, has been pleading for this moment, asking that I let their message arrive at your heart without delay. They have watched your nights, your pauses at doorways, the way your hands tighten at the memory of things you could not say in time. They are safe. They are renewed. They are more alive than you imagine. And their urgent desire is simple. They need you to stop punishing yourself and carry forward the part of them that was love, only love. Listen. You have wondered if the small signs were coincidence. The sudden cool breath through a closed room. The old song that found you in a crowded place. the number that returns again and again when you look at your phone. Today, 9/9 is the sign of a closing that becomes an opening, the completion that makes space for beginning. That is why Michael says 3 minutes. Not because time is against you, but because indecision is. The delay has taken enough from your life. For too long, you have stood at the edge of your own answered prayer, waiting for permission to receive it. I am the one who gives that permission. I give it now. Take a breath and let it reach you. This is what your loved one wants you to know: they forgive you. They never required perfection from you. They saw the way you carried their weight when it was too heavy for them. They remember your laugh in the middle of ordinary mess, your hands washing the day off the dishes while your mind fought storms you told no one about. They do not want you to anchor your heart to "if only." Every "if only" has become "I know" in heaven. Every unanswered question is now illuminated, and in that light there is nothing left to accuse you. They ask you to release the last photograph as a courtroom and let it become a garden again. They ask you to say their name without flinching. They ask you to live the way you promised you would live on the day you told them, "I'll make you proud." They are proud already, but they long to see you live unafraid. There is a warning in this mercy, and love always gives warnings that protect. Do not hand your peace to those who trade in confusion. Your open heart is a treasure. Not everyone who smiles at treasure intends to guard it. You know which conversations drain you. You feel the heaviness when manipulation dresses itself as concern. I am not asking you to be harsh. I am giving you permission to set holy boundaries. The one you loved in heaven has seen your tears after long calls that leave you smaller. They press their palm to your back and ask you to step away from cycles that only rehearse pain. You are not abandoning anyone by refusing to be broken again. You are honoring what I placed in you. You are protecting the garden I planted. Archangel Michael stands beside you now with a sword of clean certainty. He does not swing it at people, he cuts nets you did not know were around your ankles. He separates the voice of accusation from the voice of correction. Accusation says you are the mistake, correction says you made a mistake and can walk a wiser way. When you feel that blue fire clarity around your mind today, do not be surprised. Michael is answering a prayer you prayed in fragments: help me know. He is helping you know. He is drawing a thin bright line between old grief and new growth, and the line is called choice. Your loved one's urgent message carries 3 threads, and each thread will pull you into freedom if you take hold. The first thread is release. You have held on to an object, small, worn, maybe a note, a piece of clothing, a message you reread until the words blur. Keep it if it comforts, but stop using it to prove that love is gone. Love is not in the object, love is in me, and in me love is not lost. Take the object today, lay it flat, and say aloud, I bless you, I release you, I carry the love but not the weight. When you do, the room will feel subtly taller. The air will lighten. That is not imagination, that is the heaviness turning into testimony. The second thread is truth. You have been quiet where your truth would have healed you. You have accepted confusion because you feared conflict. You don't need to announce your new boundaries like a trumpet, but you must live them like a steady drum. Speak gently, keep it simple, and do not explain your no more than once. The soul of the one you loved has watched you rehearse brave sentences in the mirror and then back away when the moment came. Today, speak. Even if it is only to yourself, speak. I am worthy of clear love. I am permitted to be at peace. I may rest. Every word becomes a plank beneath your feet, building the bridge you will cross out of this season. The third thread is a door. There is an opportunity prepared for you that you have not pursued because you felt disqualified. It may look ordinary, an email you drafted and never sent, a form you started and closed, a call you postponed. Your loved one is urging you to walk through this simple door because on the other side stands a chain of provision you cannot yet see. Take the step that belongs to today. Not 10 steps, not the entire map, just the step that is plainly yours. When you take that step, I will arrange the next. I am the God who parts seas one step into the water at a time. I want to talk about the ache you don't mention. The chair at the table. The smell that catches you off guard. The moments when joy arrives and you feel guilty for welcoming it because grief taught you how to breathe differently. Hear me. Joy is not betrayal. Joy is the proof that love changed you and did not fail. Your loved one rejoices. Heaven is not far, it is a veil's width away, and while you cannot pierce that veil with your hands, you touch it with every act of kindness, every piece of courage, every time you choose hope over the easy cynicism that calls itself wisdom but stops your life at the border of disappointment. I am not asking you to forget. I am teaching you how to remember without drowning. Today is a hinge day. September 9th is not a superstition, it is a story mark. It bookmarks the chapter where you stop turning pages because the sentence hurt too much. Michael stands here, patient and strong, saying 3 minutes because every page you do not turn becomes a place where fear hides. You are not late. You are right on time to choose differently. You have asked me to show you how. I am showing you now. Do this with me. Set your feet flat on the floor. Place your hand on your chest. Breathe in slowly and say with the breath you carry, I am here. Breathe out and say, I am safe. Again, in, I am here. Out, I am safe. One more time, slow down with me, I am here. I am safe. You are not alone in a room talking to air. You are with the I am who made air and thought you worth the breath. As you breathe, let the pictures rise without arguing. the conversation that hurt, the door that closed, the promise that broke. See them like letters on the surface of water and watch them sink out of view. What remains will be the surface of peace. On that surface, I will write a new word. It will not be dramatic, not at first. It may be as simple as call, rest, apply, return, leave, begin, forgive. Do not wait for it to flash in lights. You will recognize it by the way it quiets you. Your loved one's voice is not lost to you. It comes through the love they gave you when they were with you. Think of the way they said your name when they were proud of you, the way they laughed when you tried something brave, the way they stood closer when the world felt too big. That is the voice speaking now. Please go on. Please be more free than we knew how to be. Please live the prayers we whispered. They do not want you to build a shrine to sorrow. They want you to build a life. There is something you have hidden from yourself because you think hope jinxes good things. You downplay your desires so you won't be disappointed. You tell yourself that not wanting is wiser than wanting. But I planted desire in you like a compass, not to tease you, but to lead you. The enemy of your soul has tried to convince you that desire is dangerous. It is not. It is a current that, surrendered to me, carries you through rapids and into open water. Say out loud what you want. Today. You have 3 minutes to stop policing your own heart. When you say the real want, you will feel the lock turn. My timing and your honesty must meet. When they do, doors open easily that would not budge under self-protection. Michael is moving in your house today. Not to frighten you, but to clear. You may sense the urge to open a window. Do it. You may feel led to pick up something that has held grief like a mirror and set it down, out of sight. Do it. The environment you live in is a partner to your patience or your panic. Make room for peace. You do not need to buy anything to do this. You need only to agree with the small nudges. Music that lifts the room. Light that interrupts the heavy corners. A glass of water that reminds your body to unclench. Sacredness is not a far place, it is what happens when you remember I am here. You think about the future and a cloak of dread slides over your shoulders because of how the past has taught you to brace. Take that cloak off. It never fit you. I am teaching you a new posture, expectancy without fear. Expectancy says, something good is rising and I will not sabotage it by predicting disaster. That is not naive. That is aligned. Your loved one is cheering for this. They have seen what you cannot see yet, the way a simple yes this week will reroute the next months, the way a boundary today will stop a long pattern from stealing another year. You have wondered if you are allowed to ask for specific comfort. You are. Tell me what would help your aching heart today. A sentence that meets you at the sink. A quiet walk where you feel held. A practical provision that removes one knot from your brow. Ask me plainly. I am not insulted by your small needs. I delight to meet them, because meeting them tells your nervous soul the truth. I am not only God of the vast, I am God of your details. There is also something you must stop doing, and I tell you this because love does not flatter, it frees. Stop predicting what others will choose and living as if your prediction is proof. You imagined a rejection and then talked to yourself like it already happened. You imagined a closed door and then did not knock. You imagined a failure and then didn't try. You have been living in a forecast of your own making, and it has rained there every day. Step out. The weather and my will for you today is different. There are breaks in the cloud. There is a path that stays dry. There is a moment of sunlight you will miss if you remain under the roof of dread. Michael is holding the door. Walk through. Your loved one wants you to keep one promise you made when the grief was raw and the world tasted dull. You said, "When I can feel again, I will live again." You can feel. Even if it is faint, it is here. Live accordingly. Answer the message. Send the message. Finish the small task. Go to the place that nourishes you. Eat the thing that reminds you of better seasons. Sleep without punishing yourself for needing sleep. Happiness is not a betrayal of loss, it is how love proves it changed you. I will give you a sign tonight that is kindness, not a trick. When you notice it, don't argue that you made it up. Tell me, I see it. Your loved one will be allowed to draw near in a way that feels like warmth arriving from inside your own chest. That is not them being trapped, it is me letting love echo where it can be recognized. When it comes, say thank you. When you sleep, release the last images you guard for fear of losing them. You cannot lose what I hold. Now hear me about the 3 minutes Michael named. The first minute is mercy. In this minute, stop accusing yourself. Every accusation you lift against your own heart falls silent in my presence. I am not rehearsing your wrongs. I am rehearsing your design. You were made for peace that holds steady in storms, for courage that does not need to be loud to be real, for love that can say no to what harms and yes to what heals. Mercy is oxygen. Breathe it in. The second minute is decision. The door stands open and your feet have been at the threshold for so long your legs forgot how to move. You will remember now. Choose one act of obedience today. Not the perfect act. Not the dramatic act. The true act. You already know which it is because peace keeps pointing to it. Do it before the day's noise convinces you to postpone it again. When you choose, heaven will celebrate quietly and thoroughly, and you will feel the celebration as strength. The third minute is devotion. This is where you and I agree that your life will no longer be shaped by fear's forecasts but by my faithfulness. Say yes to me here, in this exact minute. Say yes not only with your mouth but with your schedule, your conversations, your rest, your requests. Devotion is not a mood. It is a direction. When you set your direction today toward me, you will find that what used to drain you cannot reach you with the same power. You will not have to fight every small battle. Some battles will simply not see you anymore because your path has turned. There will be people who cannot understand this change. Bless them. You do not owe them an essay about your peace. Let your life be the explanation. There will be parts of you that protest, habits that ask for just one more day. Be kind to yourself and firm with your patterns. I am not impatient with your process, I am attentive to it. I am not disappointed in you, I am delighted to watch you walk. Today, September 9th, with Michael beside you and with the witness of the one you love now bright as a star on the other side, I place my hand upon your head and speak a simple covering over you: be at peace. Peace that does not ignore pain but heals it. Peace that does not pretend loss did not happen but refuses to let loss be the author of your story. Peace that lets you laugh without looking for permission. Peace that keeps your discernment sharp and your compassion alive. Peace that escorts you through the door you were too tired to open until now. You are not behind. You are not disqualified. You are not overlooked. I have counted every time you started again. I have saved every small yes like seeds in my palm, and now I am sowing them back into your path as green things, as opportunities, as friends who speak life, as provision that arrives on time, as ideas that make sense when you wake. Do not measure my movement by how loud it feels. I often move like morning light, quiet, certain, unstoppable. The message you needed to hear from the one you love is complete: be free. Carry love forward, not guilt. Use what we shared to make your days beautiful. Live in a way that makes it obvious I held you when you thought you were alone. They bless you. They are allowed to bless you, and they do it without jealousy or regret, because in heaven jealousy and regret have nothing left to feed on. Let their blessing become your bravery. Now, choose with me. 3 minutes was never about fear, it was about focus. You have that focus. You are here. You are safe. You are loved. You are allowed to move. When you close this page, do the next simple thing with a yes. I will meet you there. Michael will guard your going and your coming. The one you love will rejoice in the way your life begins to feel light again. And you will know, not as an idea but as air in your lungs, that I am with you always, even now, especially now, and that nothing, not death, not life, not things present, not things to come, can separate you from my love. I speak to you with a closeness you can feel in your breath and in the quiet space behind your ribs, the place where worry has tried to make a permanent home. I am not far away. I am not delayed or distracted or busy with grander things. I am here, leaning close, because the ache you carry matters to me. I see what you shield from others, what you dismiss with a small laugh, what you fold into the pockets of your day because there is work to do and calls to answer and a world that turns even when your heart would rather sit down. I see it, and I am not ashamed of you for it. I call you by your true name, the one that no disappointment can stain, the one that no betrayal can erase. Hear me, you are not behind, you are not disqualified, you are not late. You are on time because I am here, and where I am, time becomes a doorway. Archangel Michael says you have 3 minutes left, 3 minutes to let go of the voice that says, "Not me, not now," 3 minutes to lay down the old argument with yourself and step through the doorway I am opening. Do not think of this as a countdown to fear, think of it as a tender alarm, a bell that sounds not to threaten you but to wake you. What is ending is not your chance, what is ending is your agreement with regret. 3 minutes to breathe on purpose. 3 minutes to unclench your hands. 3 minutes to say with your own mouth, I am ready to be led. Do not waste even one of these minutes attacking yourself for what you did not know before today. Use them to come home to me. Someone you loved deeply, yes, the one whose laugh could ring through a room and make your shoulders drop, the one who knew how to listen to what you did not say, is with me, alive in a way that does not fade. They have stood beside you in moments when you thought you were alone, their tenderness pressed against your storm. They have been trying to reach you, not to frighten you, not to keep you stuck in yesterday, but to place a message in your open hands. Let me pass it to you now. Listen, I hear them say, forgive yourself for the things you did to survive. Stop measuring your worth by the weight of your mistakes. The love you gave me was real. The care you tried to carry, even when it felt too heavy, was real. I do not stand here counting your missteps, I stand here cheering for your next brave step. They say, you are allowed to grow larger than the version of you I knew, and that is not a betrayal, that is a blessing. They say, do not turn the softness of your heart into a grudge against yourself. The world needs that softness, and so do you. Hear also what I say, child whom I hold and refuse to let go, the pain you have pressed under your tongue like a difficult word is not your identity. It is a chapter, not the title of your book. I am not asking you to pretend it never happened, to perform happiness like a costume that makes you itch. I am asking you to tell the truth to me in your own voice. Tell me where it hurts. Tell me the memory that visits when all is quiet. Tell me the thing you are afraid to want because wanting it makes you feel foolish. You do not have to craft beautiful sentences. You do not have to impress me with your faith. I am not grading you, I am gathering you. There is a door you have knocked on with timid knuckles, unsure if anyone would answer. I answer. I open. I bring you into a room you did not know existed, a room that smells like rain after heat, a room where the chair is shaped for you, where the music waits for your first step. Not every person will understand this room. Not everyone will celebrate the boundaries you are about to set, the rest you are about to protect, the truth you are about to speak with a clear and steady tone. That is all right. You are not being rude when you refuse to abandon yourself. You are honoring me when you honor the life I have placed in you. You are allowed to guard what is sacred. I place courage in your bones now. Courage that does not need to roar. Courage that can also be quiet. Courage that can say no without apology and yes without fear. If your hands are trembling, let them tremble and take the step anyway. If your voice wavers, let it waver and tell the truth anyway. You do not have to wait for perfect conditions to become who you truly are. Perfection is not your calling, presence is. Be here, with me, in the life you have, and watch what I make from what others overlooked. There is a habit of mind that has grown like a vine across your sight, the habit that imagines the worst and calls it preparation. It has kept you safe at times, yes, but it has also kept you far from joy. Today I guide your thoughts like a skilled gardener, gently unwinding what winds too tight. Replace "what if it all goes wrong" with "what if I am held even if it does." Replace "I should have known better" with "I did the best I knew then, and I am learning now." This is not denial, this is alignment. You are aligning with truth, you are not alone, you are not abandoned, you are not an accident. The one you love who is with me wants you to know this very clearly: you did not fail them. Even in the place where regret tries to rehearse its lines, I interrupt with compassion. You love them in an imperfect world, and love in an imperfect world will always wish it could have done more. Let that wish be a blessing that propels you to love the living with more patience, more presence, more laughter. Let that wish become a candle you light, not a chain you drag. Today, September 9th, I speak with urgency. Archangel Michael says you have only 3 minutes left, and the veil between heaven and earth is thinner than you imagine. Someone you loved deeply, who now rests in my eternal embrace, is leaning forward from the cloud of witnesses, desperate to pass you a message before time closes this moment. Do not treat this as coincidence, do not let your heart wander away, for I, the Lord your God, am pressing upon you what you have ignored for so long. This message is not for the many, it is sealed with your name. It is only for you, and if you let it pass, you may never hear these words again in the same way. I see your tears, the ones you hide when the world thinks you are strong. I see the way you remember the sound of their voice, the way you replay certain moments in silence, wondering if you could have said more, done